Luton's at 101.9 FM. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Tell everybody. Tell everybody. Luton's at 101.9 FM. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Tell everybody, tell everybody. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Tell everybody, tell everybody. The roots and roots on Jack 101.9
101.9
Saturday from 1
FM.
p.m. to 2 p.m.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? It's 1st March. It's the month of our heritage. I hope you're doing well, and it's a wonderful time meeting you. Wellington, and this is the Route and Routes, bringing your destination stories to life on Z101.9 FM. Listen to some music.
Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Tell everybody, tell everybody. Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Tell everybody, tell everybody.
You're tuned in to 101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Ghana, we now have freedom. Ghana, land of freedom. Toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors. Toils of the brave which have brought results.
Z 101.9 FM.
Kwame, the star of Ghana. Nkrumah, star of Ghana. Everybody toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors. Toils of the brave which have brought results. Ghana, we now have freedom. Ghana, land of freedom. Everybody toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors. Toils of the brave which have brought results. Gold Coast will thank Nananum and elders, late Gisli Hayford, Mensan Saba, Pa Grant, Sergeant Ajete, and all who fought for freedom. Everybody! Toils of the brave and the sweat of their labors. Toils of the brave which have brought
To Z
results.
101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Good afternoon, listeners. It's Priscilla Mawena Wellington, your Power Smile Ambassador, redefining customer service in Africa. It's Heritage Month on Z101.9 FM. And today I have an amazing guest in the studio with me, which we are going to talk to later. Mr. Kusi, I will do a proper introduction of him later. We're going to learn a little bit about the Independence Square or the Black Star Square. and some fascinating discussion with Mr. Kusi Boateng. Mr. Kusi, Kakra Kusi, in just a minute.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
What is it? I own my partner's foundation. Shumo, I own, 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 for Shabure. Yeah, people, you are very busy on top body.
Z 101.9 FM.
Yeah, women's when I said, but you people, Bokayo, having a town, I am tough, go dizzy. I own my partner's rotation. Oh, I own, 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 I own.
Heritage Month, and we want to talk about the Ghana's Independence Day. This is the month where Ghana, just a few days to come, we will be commemorating and remembering our Independence Day. And so Ghana gained independence from the British colonial rule on March 6, 1957. The country's independence movement was led by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who became Ghana's first president. Now, the Independence Square, also known as the Black Star Square, is a very significant historical site in Accra, Ghana, and it's a symbol of Ghana's independence and a popular venue for national celebration. The Independence Square is a 40-acre park that serves as a memorial to Ghana's independence. The square features the Independence Arch, the Black Star Gate, and the Memorial Hall. The square has hosted numerous national events, including the Independence Anniversary, military parades, and cultural festival. Ghanaians, we celebrate Independence Day on March 6th every year, and this celebration typically includes the military parade, the cultural performance, traditional drumming and dancing, and speeches by government officials. This festivity is to show Ghana's rich cultural heritage and the people's pride in the independence. And the song that you were listening to is Ghana Freedom by E.T. Mensah, who is a classic high life tune that we celebrate for Ghana's independence. I will be right back. It's Root and Route, bringing destination stories to life.
Z 101.9 FM.
Bofe boni henyela ba fe makunza mabashi akomanyi gomanyi genofe na bayi na batoy shina kumaku gidi gidi bacha jiji dokuni me arajo na kumaku Bofe boni henyela ba fe makunza mabashi akomanyi gomanyi genofe na bayi shina kumaku Bofe bono ba fe makunza mabayi shina kumaku Chiarajua bote no bae, Shinako maku. Abele, abele, abele.
Zed 101.9 FM.
Abele. Gidi bacha twishi dokuni me arajwa na gumagu. Bottom boni henyela ba fe magunza mabashi anko manyi ke no fe na ba yi. China gumagu. Chiarajwa bote no bae. China gumagu. Arajwa ti no go bae. China gumagu. Abele, 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 abele.
You're tuned in to Zed 101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
Okay, listeners, I hope you are excited as I am today in the studio. I just shared about our destination, the Independence Square, and how significant it is to our independence. And I'm just going to go straight into introducing my speaker, or my guest speaker for today. And I hope you have your pen and your papers, because you really need to understand what the Heritage Month is all about. If you are a born Ghanaian or you have a citizenship card as a Ghanaian, then you really need to understand what the Heritage Month is about and how special the month of March is to Ghanaians. I have with me in the studio Mr. Kofi Atakakra Kusi. He is the Deputy Director in charge of Domestic Marketing at the Ghana Tourism Authority. He's had his secondary education at Prempeh College in Kumasi. His first degree is from the University of Ghana, Legon, a Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. And he then proceeded to the then Ghana Institute of Journalism, GIJ, now UNIMAC, to pursue a first Master's of Arts degree in Public Relations. He expanded his horizon again and proceeded to the Methodist University College, Ghana, to pursue a second master's in marketing, master's in business administration marketing in 2022. He also holds a certificate in tourism and hospitality management from the University of Johannesburg, South Africa, and he was at the Gimpa Law School in 2014 for 1 year. You have to finish that. Mr. Kusi, thank you so much for coming. You are welcome. I'm excited to see you, and I just can't wait for my listeners or our listeners to have your take on the tourism month. So let our listeners hear from you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Madam Wellington. Of course, we've been listening to you over and over, the great work your good self and then Niai Solomon is doing. And we at the Tourism Authority, of course, we are very mindful of the fact that any program that seeks to promote our heritage, it is very key to us, and also to promote domestic tourism, because like you did, you have been able to educate the listeners about the Independence Square, and also known as the Blaster Square. Yeah. But of course, we do recall that there is one man who, the Ghanaian architect, Theo Lawson, he designed the Independence Square, and wow. we wish to also appreciate his hard work and greatness that he brought on bear. Thank you so much, Obapa.
Thank you. So Our discussion is going to be on the role of the tourism authority from your, a marketing perspective. We want the Ghanaians to understand what role is the Ghana Tourism Authority playing when it comes to Heritage Month. And my first question will be, what is the authority's objective for the Heritage Month? Yes.
Good. Thank you so much. Let me first and foremost give a big greetings to our Honorable Minister for Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts, Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi, and then also our Chief Executive, Mrs. Mami Ifwa Wajato. They have just started, of course, on a good note. Ghana's Heritage Month, it is one piece of that has been put together in such a way that we at the authority do not only see the month of March only as the Heritage Month, but we see from January to December as our Heritage Month. Why do I say this? Because the objective of the authority in respect of the Heritage Month is to promote domestic tourism, for us to know where we are coming from, what has been in our past and what has been in the present, and also what is going to be in the future. Very, very key to us. So the objective is to get Ghanaians, more especially our youth, to look back and then also appreciate that which has been behind us, and then bring it to the present. And then even take it to the future. So we are making sure that we do not lose any major aspect of our heritage as a people. So the objective is to look at how our music has impacted before, even now, and also in the future, how it is going to be like. Our food, our clothes. I was very happy when I heard you playing this Iti Mensah. Of course, Iti Mensah is one of our greatest artists you could always.
Our tourism started with music.
Absolutely, it started with music. So the creative arts industry is also one aspect which is very key to us. So if you look at the Heritage Month, we are looking more specifically at how to also help to build and promote our sector. Right. Everything that has to do with our heritage. How do we promote it out there? So you look at even, we always say that tourism is a multi-sectoral sector. Now, as part of the Heritage Month, we are looking at various sectors of the economy, not only the tourism sector, not only that which has to do with our main tourism value chain.
I'm actually happy, because my next question coming up is how that is aligned with the entire tourism strategy for the industry.
That's right. So with that, you would understand that it is an entire tourism value chain, which encompasses other sectors of the economy, right? Now, somebody can come into the country, a tourist can come into the country, he would want to know about our architecture. So we call it architecture tourism, right? Good. So the person would love to know, so this is how the Independence Square was designed. This is how Kumasi Military Museum.
And by whom?
Yeah. Right. All that encompasses our heritage. Yeah. And we would even love to replicate that architecture one day in one way or the other. For example, we're going to have the Marine Drive Tourism Project. That project has been there for a while now.
Yes.
Now, you would realize that there will be certain things that will be moved from the system into the Marine Drive Tourism Project. Some could be architecture, some could be sports, and in any aspect. So, like it is, our objective and also the linkages with other areas is that we are looking forward to promote the tourism sector using other sectors. For example, sports tourism. Yesterday, I was at the Accra Sports Stadium. I was part of Wisdom Boxing Promotions. Okay. Somebody would ask, what is tourism doing with sports?
Yes.
But don't forget, Azumah Nelson of blessed memory. Azumah Nelson, one of our greatest men, DK Poison of blessed memory, right? And then the likes. All these people form part of our heritage.
Yes.
So we shouldn't forget it.
And they drove tourism.
That is it.
People even Asamoah
Asamoah
is known in Ghana, and that drives tourism towards
exactly.
Ghana.
That's it. That's
From
it.
the 2008.
Penalty. So if you ask, you would realize that there are various aspects of our tourism
Absolutely.
that are helping to drive. They're helping to drive. So the Heritage Month, it is the time that we had our independence, right? March is the time that we had the independence. So it makes a lot of sense to say that is our Heritage Month. But from the authority, it is from January to December.
Thank you. I love the fact that you're saying that the objective is to promote domestic tourism, and I believe that it's such a very important thing to do. A few years back, when I wanted to do tourism, the inspiration was from the fact that I'm a born-bred Ghanaian, but I hardly knew anywhere in Ghana. And so when I was pitching for the UNWTO, was why Dubai? Why not Ghana? Why don't we get people to want to see Ghana?
That's right.
You know, and so it's beautiful to know that we are putting strategies in place, and the objective is to promote Ghana, not just for other people to know, but for we ourselves to understand and appreciate where we are coming from, where we are now, and where we are going.
Absolutely.
If you are just joining us, you are listening to Roots and Routes, bringing destination stories to life. And if you have any question or contribution, you can send a message to our WhatsApp line on 0544321019, 0544321019. If you have any contribution or any question for my guest, and we will. So let's go in, Mr. Kusi. My next question is, what marketing strategies is the Ghana Tourism Authority employing to promote the heritage sites, especially when it comes to attraction?
Thank you. This is a very good question. And I'm sure if my CEO, Mrs. Mami Fuahojato, was here, if she was here, or she was, I'm sure she's listening, of course, they would appreciate the work that has gone into that question. It's a very good question. The reason being that it forms the bulk of what we want Ghanaians to understand.
Absolutely.
So you look at the marketing strategies and communications that we've put in place. One, we have the domestic marketing campaign, which of course has to do with the See Ghana, the Eat Ghana, the Wear Ghana, and then the Feel Ghana agenda.
And I can see you wearing Ghana.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is always very important that we practice what we preach. So you would find me from Monday till Sunday always in my African print, which obviously defines my good self. So the strategy is to make sure that we get Ghanaians to go to our various tourist sites and attractions. There are a lot of tourist sites and attractions in this country, right from Greater Accra to Tamale. So you would realize that once the person goes to that tourist site, the person gets to appreciate what we have there, right? And these tourist sites have a lot to show, a lot of them. That is why we say See Ghana. So you are going to see our tourist site and also the attraction. It gives you a lot. One, the country gains a lot from it. It creates a lot of jobs and employment for our people. Two, as part of our heritage also, it helps the people to get the needed information. So what we have done is to partner with the Tour Operators Union of Ghana and also the Tour Guides Association in order to get most of them to go to the various tourist sites and attractions. And as they go there, what happens is that they get to know a lot about Ghana. For example, somebody goes to the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, Black Star Square, Nationalism Park, Accra Leisure and Recreational Center, the Arts Center, right? Jamestown, right? The environs of Jamestown. You know, there are places where... The Lighthouse, right? Now, to the Ashanti region, the person goes to Lake Bosomche, right? Menchia Palace Museum. To the Central region, Cape Coast Castle. So all these are tourist sites that we have packaged in such a way that the tour operators the tour guides, the hotels association are all helping us to be able to market it out there. So you look at the Feel Ghana. The Feel Ghana has to do with the music. The music, which is very key. Of course, I mentioned Iti Mensa.
Yeah.
Iti Mensa is one of the greatest, of course, we've had over the years.
Osibisa,
Osibisa and co. And all these people, of course, as part of the creative arts industry. In recent times, we have our own Stonebwoy, Shatawale, Kwame Eugene, and the likes. They are all doing something very spectacular. Manifest. No two ways about that. Most of these sounds and songs that they bring up, what they do is that they infuse our local content. You find Fuse ODG putting on our local print, right? Speaking our languages. Don't forget also that language forms a major part of our heritage.
Who's that boy from, that gentleman from the Central Region?
Right.
I'm trying to get his name.
Is it Otumfo?
No, he sings a lot in Fanti.
Infanti. Okay.
Antiama's son.
Yeah. I get him. Yeah, I get that guy. Good.
I love
You are right.
his
Yes.
accent, yeah.
That's right. That guy. Very great guy. So you would realize that our language also holds a lot for us. In order to change anything about our heritage, it first starts with our language. Right. Then the language will trickle down to our food, our music, our clothes. Now you would realize that a lot of these tourists and people of African descent and diasporans, when they come into our country, the first thing they would love to know is that, how do you welcome people? Then we say what? We say Akwaba.
Wezo. The Gawa is.
The Gawan is.
I hope that's correct.
Oh, you get it. So we greet you so well that you tend to appreciate it, and then you are part of the system.
Yes.
So anywhere they get to, you realize that they'll be speaking our language. Right from the language, they get to the tourist side, music, food, the clothes, and all other aspects now being boxed in. So, my dear, if you asked appropriately that the Tourism Authority is doing, this much as part of our heritage, part of our marketing communications and also our marketing strategy is to do what we call a food fair and exhibition, which is going to bring, this year Ghana will be 68. So we are going to bring about 68 local dishes.
Wow.
Yes, on display at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park.
Are these going to be prepared by our local choba grandmas and aunties?
Thank you.
Refined. We don't want refined.
No. Not refined people. So fortunately, as you asked, we are always in consent with our private sector. That is why you realize that I mentioned the Tour Operators Union and then the tour guides. Now, with the food fair and the food exhibition, what we are doing is that we are in touch with the Choba Association of Ghana, right? We are in touch with the Indigenous Caterers Association, the Traditional Caterers Association, and then also the Heritage Food and Drinks Association.
Wonderful.
These are associations within our private sector. We call it the Ghana Tourism Federation.
Okay.
So GATOF.
Yes.
Right. And with that, they are all part of it. So our chief executive, Mrs. Mami Efua Wajato, has had preliminary meetings with them.
Okay.
And that meeting has gone a long way. We have established the parameters in which we are going to do that. So on that note, our local people are the people going to present and prepare these foods, of course.
I love that. I don't mean to digress, but I'm looking forward to meeting the new CEO because she's always wearing a power smile.
Absolutely.
I love
you know, ask you, Mr. Mami Wajato, of course.
She's always with
one of the wonderful persons
and also our minister, Honorable
Abla Jifagomashi. Yes.
Thank you for showcasing the power of smile.
Absolutely.
And I'm anxious to go back to the next question, but with regards to when you were talking about the tourism, the tourist destination.
That's true.
One of the key challenges or worries to Ghanaians, and it's something that actually doesn't inspire them to, is the accessibility to our local attraction. It's
right.
something that, I mean, as we're talking about Heritage Month, you're putting the ministry or the agencies within the tourism space.
Yeah.
to focus on, because we do have beautiful destination gems within the
Hinterlands.
hinterland.
That's
but
true.
Accessibility, easy access to those places,
Right.
it becomes a challenge.
Right.
And it's something that we would really, really want the ministry to focus on. What do you have to share with that?
This is a conversation that we appreciate you anytime you bring it up. The reason being that for tourism to strive, we need to have accessibility to the
Very
area.
important.
Right. If they move in there, do you know what happens? When tourists move into a destination, what happens is that there is what we call community engagement.
Yes.
So they engage the community. Now it opens up the community to one, the local people, and also to the international community.
Yes.
The reason is that when they enter there, there'll be the need for maybe a hospital, for an educational facility,
Yes.
for a sports facility. So you would realize that some of these international tourists, they have funding from various areas, and they would want to take it to that tourist site. But if the accessibility is lacking, how would they be able to
How
see?
would they
be able to go there and then even be able to see these things? So it is a conversation that the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and the Ghana Tourism Authority has been working on. We've been working on it for a while now, of course. But of course, it is not out of place to say that we always engage the Ministry of Roads and the Roads and Highways in these conversations. Of course, there is a new administration. All that conversations is still going to continue, and these conversations is going to help to open up our tourist sites and attractions. Some have been done. Some of the tourist sites and attractions, of course, some of the roads to these places have been fixed. But of course, there is more that needs to be done, and the conversations definitely will go on.
Thank you so much. I still have more questions coming up, but if you're just tuning into Z101.9 FM, it's Roots and Routes, bringing destination stories to life. And this is Priscilla Mawina Wellington, your Power Smile Ambassador, redefining customer service. And you just heard from Mr. Kakra Kusi, who is the Deputy Marketing Director at Ghana Tourism Authority. And we are just talking about the objective of the ministry with regards to the Tourism Heritage Month. My next question, Mr. Kusi, is are there any challenges that the ministry or the Ghana Tourism Authority is facing, and how do you intend to leverage on opportunities within the Heritage Month to overcome those challenges?
Good. Thank you. Every ministry, every department has challenges, and mainly the challenges stems from financials, right? So let me say, Sika is always very important, you know. So we always look forward to have an increased budgetary support, of course, from government to be able to undertake our operations. Of course, there is a lot that we need to do. If you look at our domestic marketing campaigns, we need to also go to the hinterlands and be part of them. And then also one thing is that we always look forward to engage industry professionals, right? The industry professionals are very key in these conversations. Once we engage them, it helps us to also break barriers. One thing also is that investment. These, I would say that these are opportunities which, of course, we are looking forward to surmount some of the challenges. The investment into the tourism sector is very key to us, because we are looking forward to have a lot of investment from private sector, from some of our foreign tourists, people of African descent that come into the country. Of course, we are expecting to have a lot of them during the Heritage Month in March and even beyond. Don't forget also that the Black Star Experience, which is going to be the flagship event of the government, which of course is also going to open up a lot more the tourism industry. It's going to open up a lot more, I repeat, the tourism industry, because the Black Star experience has a lot to do when it comes to making sure that the country has the needed benefit. Of course, we are looking forward to create a number of jobs to add up to the jobs that we have, employment, and then also create a lot of foreign exchange. This foreign exchange is going to add up to what we have. And then, if you do recall, we always churn out the tourism report always and every year. We are looking forward to increase the numbers in terms of arrivals and receipts. Arrivals last year, of course, was about 1 million plus, right? And the receipts was about $3 billion plus. And of course, we are looking forward to increase it that more so that we can be able to push the industry to that pedestal. Of course, we have had a lot of support from the entire tourism value chain. Ghana Tourism Federation, with its linkages like the tour operators, the tour guides, the Ghana Hotels Association, they are all of support to us. And these are opportunities that we have always been looking forward from them to be able to push the industry together.
If you are just tuning in, you're listening to Mr. Kofi Atakakra Kusi. He is the Deputy Director in charge of domestic marketing at the Ghana Tourism Authority. And we are discussing about the Ghana Tourism Authority's marketing, from their marketing perspective, what role they are going to play within the tourism month. And he shared a few nuggets that the GTA is to promote domestic tourism, which I believe is very important to align the old and new and the upcoming with our heritage, the impact of music, our food, how tourism is a multifaceted industry. He named architectural tourism, sport tourism. I think we can have culinary tourism.
Oh, yes, of course. Food tourism, yeah.
Food tourism.
And that is where in the March I said we're going to have the food fair.
The food fair.
Yeah.
And then they have put in place certain strategies, which is to see Ghana, eat Ghana, wear Ghana, feel Ghana. And the food fair is also coming as we celebrate 68 years as Ghanaian. Let's listen to some music and we will be right back. I hope you're moving. And if you have any contributions or questions, you can send it to 0544 321019, or you can call us on 0303 956641. We will be right back.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio. Z 101.9 FM. 101.9 FM. Z 101.9 FM.
Just tuning in, you are tuning to Root and Route on Z 101.9 FM every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. So make your date with us every Saturday 1 to 2 p.m. If you love hospitality, if you are a tourism person, or you just want to learn about what's happening in Ghana within the tourism and hospitality space. Ghana's biggest FinTech celebration is almost here. The 4th edition of the Ghana FinTech Award is happening on the 1st of March, which is today, at the Labadi Beach Hotel's Adesa Pavilion, and you can't afford to miss it. This year, we gather under the theme Building Trust in Ghana's Digital Economy, the essential role of cyber security and data privacy. It's set to be a night of excellence, recognition, and high-impact networking with the biggest name in fintech and banking. Tickets are selling fast, and if you haven't got yours yet, please do so. There's VIP, there's VVIP tickets available. If you want one, call 059-838-5685. 059-838-5685 or visit www.ghanafintech.awards.org to book your tickets today. If you want to position your brand at the forefront of the fintech excellence, sponsorship opportunity are still opening. I mean, don't give up. It's today, but you never know. Partner with them and showcase your leadership in Ghana's digital finance revolution. There's red carpets which start at 5:30 p.m. sharp. Follow the buzz with Ghana FinTech Awards and FinTech Excellence. Don't just hear about it. Be there and be part of it. It's Z 101.9 FM on Root and Route, bringing destination stories to life. Mr. Kusi, it's been an exciting discussion. I believe that our listeners have taken a lot and they are happy, especially with the tourism and hospitality professionals and industry experts are happy to know the objectives and plans of the Ghana Tourism Authority for the month. I want you to share your takeaway. What are some of the things that you want the industry as a whole or people that are interested in a Heritage Month to take away or look forward to?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Wellington. What we have done is to have a lot of partnerships and collaborations with various institutions, right? For example, we are in partnership with Akwaba Festival, being organized by CJ Multimedia, right? So with that, for example, and then there are a lot of partnerships and collaborations for the Heritage Month, right? For example, Z, for example, has something to do with the Heritage Month.
Yes.
For example, like we are here in terms of marketing communications, right? So we have partnered with them. They have a festival that will take place from the 6th to the 8th of March at the National Theatre. Okay. And that one is a showcase of local products. 3-day mini art exhibitions, right? Everything exhibition from 6th to 8th, National Theatre. Whoever is in town should be able to be there. And then also there's going to be a musical concert. Musica Musicians Union of Ghana are part of it. They are also partners. The National Commission on Culture are also partners. So we are all boxed in one together, and we are doing this together as part of the Heritage Month, so that Ghanaians would also have a place to go and appreciate our local product. Everything local product, from food, craft, arts, music, everything that they need to have. They can come to the National Theatre from the 6th to the 8th, and then also they would be part of it. There will be also a Black Star Award ceremony that is going to award a number of dignitaries, including our Honorable Minister for Tourism,
beautiful.
Culture and Creative Arts, Honorable Abla Jifa Gomashi, and also our newly appointed Deputy CEO, Abeku Agri Santana. He would also be honored at the. He was even this was planned even before he was given the appointment. So CJ is also working closely with all partners to be able to ensure that we give the mandate of appreciating our heritage to the Ghanaian people in terms of our language, our food, our clothes, our music, everything Ghanaian, so that in this month we also come together as one people and push the agenda of our heritage together.
That is beautiful. You are listening to Mr. Kakra Kusi, and I love something on his profile. He said he's an unapologetic and unrepentant Pan-Africanist. He believes that it is time for Africans to write and exhibit our own story, our own history, our proud heritage, and it is the only way to build self-confidence in our youth for the future. I believe that it is time to tell our stories, and this is an opportunity to share a lot of information, history about Ghana, our independence, our people, our culture, our food, to let the younger ones appreciate where we've come from, where we are now, and where we are going. Thank you so much. Mr. Kusi has been honored for several awards, such as the World Peace Ambassador, the International Parliament for Safety, Peace and Justice at the United Nations African Chapter. He's also Africa Early Childhood Education Award, Honorary Award, the Ghana Events Stay First Award. He's Africa's Young Talent Achievers Award 2023 and Convergence of the Young African Leaders Award 2023. He's also GTA Staff Dinner and Awards Best Performing Staff. Oh wow, that's beautiful. So we have been having an amazing time. I mean, I have a note. I'm in the studio, but I have a book full of information from Mr. Kusi. So I hope you were writing. We were discussing the role of GTA in the Heritage Month. He talked to us about promoting domestic tourism, and the strategies they put in place is to do a food fair for us to really appreciate our food. There's also going to be from the 6th to the 8th of March at the National Theatre an array of Ghanaian products. Please go there, go support a sister, a brother, a Ghanaian product, and give them feedback so they can do better.
Right.
There's also going to be musical concerts. I mean, it's Heritage Month. Mr. Kusi, any shout outs?
Yeah. The major shout out, of course, goes to our Honorable Minister and then our Chief Executive, and then also staff of the marketing department, the entire staff of the GTA, then also to more especially to our private sector people, right? Mrs. Alisa Osea Samoa, Dr. Akanyameke, Mr. Bani Benzo Akanyameke, Mrs. Alisa Osea Samoa, Tour Operators Union, Dr. Akanyameke, Ghana Hotels Association, Mr. Bani Bensu, Tour Guides Association, and a number of them, of course. They are doing a great job for the industry. To also Abeku Agri Santana, our deputy CEO, and also the other deputy CEOs, Mr. Benana Ninsia, and also Mr. Eko Samson, Betty Kobe, Director of Marketing. Almost everybody
At
boxed into one.
GTA.
One thing I must say is that from the Tourism Authority's point of view, we commend you for this program. Let me say that there are a few media houses that have programs dedicated to the tourism, culture, and creative arts, hospitality industry. And this deserves a lot of commendation. Personally, I must say this, but obviously it is also coming from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture, and Creative Arts and the entire management of the Ghana Tourism Authority. They asked me to tell you that this is a great program that you are doing, and we very much appreciate this because it has a listening community, which of course all these communities would also help to push the agenda of the tourism industry in terms of domestic tourism. Of course, Z101.9 FM, the great work you are doing, and great work, of course, Finder is also doing, ZTV. I always watch a number of stuff on whatever you do here, and I must say that, trust me, Z101.9 FM, great work that you have done so far, so good.
I believe that my CEO is smiling. And kudos goes to my host, Ni Ayi Solomon, who is not here today. My condolence, he's burying his sister today. Ni, kudos to such an amazing, compelling, wonderful idea for today. So you were listening to Mr. Kusi Boateng.
Z
Honestly, Ni sent it to
101.9
me,
FM.
and let's give him a big condolence for that. But of course, Ni has also been one of the great persons in the industry. He's an industry person, and your good self, of course, also being an industry person, customer service. Ni also being with the tour guides and all that. Great work you guys do.
Thank
and
you.
I must commend also your producers for the work that you have done
my
so far.
wonderful president.
Great man.
Before you go, I
Yeah.
have an amazing question for you.
Okay.
So I want to find out how GTA can partner Z to tour Ghana this year.
Good. So usually we strike partnerships and collaborations with various institutions. Like, for example, if Z, we need to get some collaboration ongoing, what we can do is to look mainly domestic tourism, how to get most of the populace to go to various tourism destinations. For example, let's say we have a plan where we are able to take guests to particular destinations in the Volta region, right? I wouldn't mention any station, but of course, you know that we've been partnering with other stations so that we can go to various institutions. We need to sit with your management, strike the partnership and collaboration, and then see how best we can push. Mainly, most especially, what is very important to us is to get Ghanaians on board.
Very much.
And that is where Z is going to help us to push
And
that agenda.
I'm actually excited. I want to add that because you said you are promoting domestic tourism from
Right.
January to December.
That's right.
And on Route and Route with ZFM,
It's from January to December.
It's not just the tourism month.
Right.
So, yes.
Right.
We
Right.
would love to.
Right,
I think
right.
that we'll have more conversation.
Absolutely.
After the show.
Absolutely.
If you just tune in, you have missed a lot. However, it's Route and Route bringing your destination stories to life on Z101.9 FM. And I hope that you're tuning in with us every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. with yours truly, Priscilla Mawena Wellington, and my host, who is not here today, Ni Ayi Solomon. Just some music, and then I will be back to share some tips on how you should prepare as you take advantage of the Heritage Month this March.
Z 101.9 FM. You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio. Z 101.9 101.9 FM. Z 101.9 FM.
Just listen to the song by the Wolomos. I hope you were shaking yourself because I was moving my body. Just before we leave the studio, I want to share a few tips. If you are planning to go anywhere this Heritage Month, I want you to take your time to identify a place of interest, create some few destinations that you would like to attend within that space. Check for opening times. When is the place open, and find a place, the budget and information, local information about the place, and go there. And as we celebrate Heritage Month, and we spoke about the Black Star Square, the Independence Square, if you haven't been there in a long time this month, I just want you to take a bus, a trotro, a taxi, and just go to the Independence Square and see how far God has brought Ghana. 68 years of independence. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Z101.9 FM on Route and Route, bringing your destination stories to life. It is your co-host Priscilla Mawina Wellington. Next week, you will see my host, Ni Ayi. I want to say a shout out to my 3 J's who are listening, Joshua, Jason, Jasmine, and to my gorgeous mama, and to everyone. Have an amazing week.
You're tuned in to Z 101.9 FM, your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.